they don't care about the viewers. They just want to get views, grow and make money by focusing on outdated, inaccurate trends, being fake, being disingenuous and lying about Mexico. It's time to stop. Hola amigos and welcome back to Mexico. I hope you're all having a wonderful day wherever you are and whatever you're doing. Today is Sunday the 26th of May and I'm in my comfy big chair, and can we just take a moment to see how long my hair is getting? It's getting out of control. And today I'm leaving San Luis, but don't worry, there are 3 new videos coming from San Luis very soon. They're absolutely huge. They will be coming up momentarily. But today I wanted to sit down and talk about a topic which I think it's about time someone talked about, and it's about time someone had the balls to bring this topic up and speak quite truthfully and candidly about it. And as usual, that will be me. So as you've seen from the title of this video, it's time to stop lying about Mexico. Now, your initial thoughts might be that I'm going to start talking about the age-old topic of, is Mexico safe? Or the US media misrepresents Mexico. Now, in terms of is Mexico safe, I think it's subjective. It depends very much person to person. But for me, over the last 14 months of being in Mexico, Mexico is safe. That's just my opinion. That's just my experience. And I know that in terms of the US media, yes, it does misrepresent Mexico very much. However, I do feel that it can be slightly inaccurately portrayed and exaggerated by some people. But that is not what this video is about. So in the last video in San Miguel, I talked about briefly the fact that we need to stop lying about Mexico. We, being people like me, content creators, bloggers, YouTubers, people on Instagram, people that write articles. And you might be wondering what the hell I'm talking about on this subject. And in that video I had a lot of comments and they were all about Mexico is safe, the US media. No one seemed to grasp what I was actually getting at, which is the topic of particularly YouTubers. So to give you a bit of context to start off with, and this is also something that Erin and I speak about in one of her videos that's coming up, I want to tell you a bit of a story. So I've never addressed why I came to Mexico in the first place, so let me explain that. So it's really 2 reasons. So prior to being in Mexico, I spent a lot of time in Asia, and quite simply, I wanted a change of scene. Secondly, and I think more importantly, is the fact that my whole life, growing up, I've always seen Mexico as a country that I was really interested in visiting because, I guess from the early ages, a child, a teenager, you know that Mexico is a country that's so diverse, it's full of variety in terms of the people, in terms of the food, in terms of the landscapes, in terms of the culture, religion, everything. And it's always been a country that I've wanted to visit. In a video I did a long time ago, Mexico City First Impressions, I described the fact that I've spent some time in South America and Central America, so I already had this view of Latin America in a way. I know that Mexico is different. So I came to Mexico with, I guess, already quite a positive outlook, I was aware of some of the negatives, obviously. However, it wasn't at the forefront of my mind. And when I got off that plane 14 months ago in Mexico City, I arrived in Mexico with the view that I have when I arrive in any country. One of excitement, one that allows me to make up my own mind and not be influenced by others. Just like I did in Japan, just like I did in China, just like I did in Kyrgyzstan. Mexico was no different. Mexico is just another country. However, when I started reading blogs and when I started particularly watching YouTube videos from Americans, I was honestly shocked. I was surprised. I was astounded and fascinated by what I was seeing. Because I've very much always felt like the odd one out when it comes to Mexico YouTubers, because I'm from the UK, I'm not from the States, and I've always had a different view of Mexico. And when I was watching these videos, I would see things such as, which I know I joke about frequently, is this Mexico? And Mexico shocked us with the obligatory fake, I'll come back to that later, the obligatory fake shocked looks in the thumbnails. And I was thinking, what is this about? Why do these Americans have this uneducated view, an ignorant view about Mexico? I just couldn't understand it. But the more that I watched these videos, I understood more about the US media aspect and things like that. So I can understand potentially why they would have that view. You know, when it comes to media in general, and this is a big topic, you know, I'm from the UK, and historically, I know that the UK media cannot be trusted because it's somewhat political, it's biased. When you think about mainstream media platforms such as TV channels and newspapers, quite often they are affiliated with particular political parties. So I have never believed a word that the UK media says about anything. And actually, when it comes to Mexico, Mexico isn't covered in the UK media, so potentially that's one reason why I would have a different view. But the question is, if I do not believe the media in my home country, then why do some, emphasis on the word some, Americans believe completely without question what the media says in the US? It's a question that I have yet to find the answer to. It just baffles me completely. You know, is it the fact that certain people in the States are extremely gullible? Is it the subject of lack of education and ignorance? Or are some people quite simply incredibly stupid? That's my view, and that's always been my view. I just genuinely cannot understand why some people in the US completely believe these lies that are told in the media. And when I watched these videos, you know, I would see people walking around Mexico genuinely surprised at what they were finding because it wasn't what they were told in their home country. And in the beginning, that's great. That's genuine. And I think I don't want to take anything away from those people because I think it's right what they did, and I think they've done a brilliant job because, you know, when you think about it, thousands of people watch their videos every day, and every day more and more people are gaining an actual, genuine, real perspective about Mexico day by day as a result of those videos. So those people, including me, have done a bang-up job in terms of that. However, it's now, you know, a year later, 2 years later, and I watch videos occasionally, and I read blogs that are, you know, recently done from people that have been in Mexico for a long time. Yet still, this angle of fear and surprise and shock is being focused on. And the question I have, and the impression I get is this genuine? Is it real? Because they've been in Mexico for a long time now. Why are they still talking about this? Why are they still focusing on this angle? And really, it's not so much about the existing YouTubers that I'm talking about. You know, I think they've established themselves and that's what they do, and that's great. However, it's the next generation that I'm worried about. So every day I go on YouTube and I see new videos coming up from people that have maybe just got to Mexico, and it really frustrates me because I see the same things. Is this Mexico? Mexico shocked us. Mexico surprised us. This is Mexico? Where do I even start? Those people are not doing that for genuine reasons. And this is a big thing about YouTube, and I'm going to come onto this nearer the end. Many people that watch YouTube, unfortunately, are incredibly stupid also. Not you guys. My subscribers are incredibly intelligent. I just want to clarify that. And when a new YouTuber comes to Mexico and they think, oh, what types of videos can I do? They look at what's worked for other YouTubers and they copy it. You know, I've seen carbon copies of thumbnails and titles, and I just think, you know, why are they doing that? Because they're focusing on a trend. But it's not a trend, okay? It was a trend 2 years ago. We talked about the fact that is Mexico safe many years ago, and it's not something that we need to be talking about now. Some of you might disagree with that. You might think that we should still be talking about that fact and about the media. But from my point of view, no. I've been in Mexico for a long time. It's old. It's tired. You know, anyone with any ounce of intelligence should know that Mexico is a safe country on the whole. And when it comes to YouTube, you know, I just want to clarify a few things that some of you may not be conscious of. You know, YouTube can often be fake. It can be disingenuous. It can mislead viewers for views, and those types of videos are exactly what they're there for. Yeah, they are to mislead viewers, to make people click on them, to watch their video to make money. And I'm quite proud of the fact that I don't think I've ever done that, and I will never do that. I did do a video in Vallarta last year called Is This Mexico? But it was a joke. I was taking the piss out of those people, alright? I don't think YouTube is purely about amount of subscribers. You know, you just have to look at channels that have got 300,000 subscribers and they get 3,000 views for each video. So it's not about subscribers. The important thing for me about YouTube is being genuine and real, just like I'm doing in this video. You know, I'm not bullshitting, I'm telling the truth. I'm telling you what's in my head. I'm not one of these people that panders to people, is concerned about, you know, tolerating everything in life and understanding everything in life. I tell it how it is, and I don't really care what people say about that. I'm old-fashioned, you know. I have some level of respect for viewers. I have a moral compass. I have a sense of ethics. So I would never do that, because I think you're all intelligent enough to understand that it's important to be real. And if you don't realise this, all you have to do is look at your favourite YouTubers' comment sections, and you'll see there are no likes, there are no little hearts, there are not even any replies to any comments. That speaks volumes. It just shows how much these YouTubers respect their viewers. You know, they don't care about the viewers. They just want to get views, grow and make money by focusing on outdated, inaccurate trends, being fake, being disingenuous and lying about Mexico. It's time to stop. And finally, someone mentioned to me in a comment recently about the fact that we should still be talking about this, that there are people in the States or Canada or wherever that have this view of Mexico. However, that's not my problem. That's your problem. If you are so gullible and so poorly educated and so ignorant that you honestly, genuinely believe everything that is said in the media, you need to educate yourself, and you are incredibly stupid. So thanks for watching. I know this video has been extremely controversial. Let me know your thoughts down below. You know, would you rather a YouTuber be honest and direct and straight talking, or would you prefer to watch clickbait? Would you prefer to watch people walking around Mexico being fake, disingenuous and lying about the place they're in? Let me know. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I'm going to get on the bus now to Zacatecas. Next up will be 3 videos, as I said, not 6, 3, from San Luis. So thank you for watching, thank you for listening to my rant, and I'll catch you later.